Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today we're going to be continuing 50 years of horror fiction with the year 1996. Once again, I've got 5 books here for you, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first one we've got is Tock, and this is by Dean Koontz. Tommy Phan is a 30-year-old Vietnamese-American detective and novelist living in Southern California and a chaser of the American dream. He drives home his brand new Corvette one day to discover a strange doll on his doorstep. It's a rag doll made entirely of white cloth with no face or hair or clothes. Where the eyes should be, there are 2 cross stitches of black thread. 5 sets of cross black stitches mark the mouth, and another pair form an X over the heart. He brings it into the house. That night he hears an odd little popping sound and looks up to see the cross stitches over the doll's heart breaking apart. When he picks up the doll, he feels something pulsing in his chest. Another thread unravels to reveal a reptilian green eye, and not a doll's eye because it blinks. Tommy Phan pursues the thing as it scrambles away into his house, and then is pursued by it as it evolves from a terrifying and vicious minikin into a hulking and formidable opponent bent on killing him. And that is Tock, and that's by Dean Koontz. Alright, next we have got The House That Jack Built, and this is by Masterton. And I do not believe that this book is the basis for the Lars von Trier movie of the same name, starring Matt Dillon, The House That Jack Built. I know that movie is about a serial killer. It is supposed to be very, very very graphic, very violent, very disturbing. I have not seen it. It's on my radar, but I just haven't taken the time to watch it. Anyway, this is The House That Jack Built, and this is by Masterton. And pretty short synopsis here. Craig Bellman and his wife Effie purchase a derelict old mansion with a terrifying history of tragedy and death. And despite efforts to rid the mansion of evil vibrations via a local spiritualist, it appears that the spirit of the original owner, Jack Belias, is still with them. And as I said, that's a pretty brief synopsis for The House That Jack Built, and it's by Masterton. Okay, this next one I've talked about so many times before, but there's no way I couldn't include it for books for 1996, and this is Exquisite Corpse by Poppy Z. Brite. Or if you live north of our border, Poppy Z. Brite, to my Canadian viewers. And I hope I have some. Anybody, shout out. Anybody from Canada. If you comment in the thing below, comment please. You know, just give me a shout out. Let me say, hey, you know, let me know if you're from Canada. That would be great. Be awesome. Alright, to serial slayer Andrew Compton, murder is an art, the most intimate art. After feigning his own death to escape from prison, Compton makes his way to the United States with the sole ambition of bringing his art to new heights. Tortured by his own perverse desires and drawn to possess and destroy young boys, Compton inadvertently joins forces with Jay Byrne, a dissolute playboy who has pushed his art to limits even Compton hadn't previously imagined. Together, Compton and Byrne set their sights on an exquisite young Vietnamese-American runaway, Tran, whom they deem to be the perfect victim. Swiftly moving from the grimy streets of London's Piccadilly Circus to the decadence of the New Orleans French Quarter, Poppy Z. Brite dissects the landscape of torture and invites us into the mind of a killer. Exquisite Corpse confirms Brite as a writer who defies categorization. It is a novel for those who dare trespass where the sacred and profane become one. And that is Exquisite Corpse. It's by Poppy Z. Brite. Alright, next up we've got Brand New Cherry Flavor. This is by Todd Grimson. And I did not know until I started researching books for 1996, I did not know that this is also the book that the Netflix series, is it a series or a movie? I haven't watched it yet. Also by the same name, Brand New Cherry Flavor, is based on. So now I know that, I might have to go and watch the show. Or read the book first, in fact. Alright, losing out on a much-needed directing job, Lisa Nova sets out to wreak a special vengeance on the high-living denizens of Hollywood. An erotic, nightmarish quest that awakens an age-old, implacable curse and leads to an encounter with the ultimate evil, the Soul Eater. And that is Brand New Cherry Flavor, and that is by Todd Grimson. Okay, next we've got Blood Sinister, and this is by Celia Rees. Ellen's just 16, but she's dying and nobody knows why. So, when she's sent to her grandmother's house, she's relieved to find a distraction in the form of her great-grandmother's diaries, written when she was Ellen's age. As Ellen reads, she becomes increasingly embroiled in the fascinating story of her life. Who is the enigmatic and seductive count her great-grandmother was supposed to marry? And why is it that Ellen and her great-grandmother resemble each other so much that they could be twins? But Ellen's condition is worsening, and it's becoming more and more difficult for her to distinguish her own life from the nightmarish events recorded in the diaries. Is the past destroying her, or do the diaries hold the key to Ellen's survival? That is Blood Sinister by Celia Rees, and that, I believe, is going to do it for 1996. That did not seem like 5 books. Let's go back here. Blood Sinister, Brand New Cherry Flavor, Exquisite Corpse, House of Jack Built, and yep, it sure is. Tock by Koontz. Yep, that is going to do it for the year 1996. So until next time, take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.